Right, hello everybody, thanks for joining me again. I'm off to Inverness to Mitchell's to get some new gloves and whatever else I might see that's going to be useful on the trip to Cornwall. There's actually nothing wrong with the gloves I've got. Risha Gore-Tex, and they're fine. They need another waterproofing, but apart from that they're fine. The problem is that because Bobby's got no heated grips, I need to wear my heated under gloves, inner gloves, and it makes these gloves too tight. It's no good stopping the blood circulation to your hands. That doesn't help at all. So I'm going to try and see if I can find a bigger pair of gloves that will work with the inner gloves. I think the other thing I'm going to do is get a pair of handlebar muffs, because there's absolutely no protection on Bobby for my hands, no hand guards, no fairing or anything, so it's going to get pretty cold. I think handlebar muffs are the best solution for that. And they're not that expensive, so I'm going to try them. As you can see, I'm on Daffy. The reason being, I haven't had time to give Bobby a good covering of ACF 50 yet, and there's already salt on the roads up here. So he's staying firmly in the barn while I get him prepared to go south. I had quite a few comments from you all after my last video when I told you about my trip south, which is happening now, as I mentioned I think in the description to that video, and also in a few comments. It's definitely happening. I'm not exactly sure when yet, but it is happening, and it will be before Christmas, definitely. And most of you said what I thought you'd say, that Bobby is the bike to go on. And Blee Review said that Daffy would do it no problem. And you're probably right, Alex. But as I said to you when I replied to your comments, unfortunately the tyres on this bike are not going to get me to Cornwall and back. They're just a bit too thin, so I would have to replace the tyres, and she's been a bit temperamental with the starting in the colder weather. Now it's got a bit colder, she's a little bit reluctant to start. And I certainly don't want to be stuck halfway to Cornwall with a bike that won't start. So I think she might need a new battery, new plugs, just a general good thorough going over before I would take her on a really long trip like that. In terms of the engine and what have you, yes, I'm sure she'd make it no bother at all. But I'd have to spend a fair bit of money, and I don't really want to be doing that just before Christmas. So Bobby it will be, and I've got quite a bit to do on Bobby before he's ready to do the trip. I need to put spotlights on. I've ordered an LED headlight bulb thanks to Tiger Ness's recent video. In fact, I think it was his latest video. It was very timely. He did a video on putting an LED bulb in his classic 350. Now he did say that in a comment that he didn't think the Lucas bulb that he'd put in was that good on dip beam particularly. So I've ordered, I think it's an Axiom, I think that's what it is, something like that. And it's a 16,000 lumen bulb. So we'll see what that's like. The main beam's not going to be a problem because the spotlights are being hooked to the main beam and they are very bright. It's a pair of jewelry spots that I've had for years and they are very bright. But the other thing about putting the LED bulb in is that it gives me plenty of spare wattage to run the spotlights. The spotlights, the two of them take 40 watts. 20 watts each. So with the LED bulb and the two spotlights, I'll be back to what it was taking just to run the ordinary filament bulb on dip beam. So I hope there's not too much wind noise in the microphone. So thanks for all your comments on the last video. And whilst I'm at it, I've got to give a mention to Saddlebags, who gave me a mention in his recent video, and as a result of that, I've had a few more of you come along and join me. So thanks very much, Saddlebags. So now I'm at 91 subscribers. Just another 9 to go. 9 more subscribers and you'll get to see my project bike. Right, I'm going to turn the DJI sideways for a while. I've no idea what we'll pick up here. Yes, so thanks to Saddlebags for the mention, and thanks to Tiger Ness for his very helpful video, and thanks again to all those of you who commented on the last video. Absolutely no idea how much petrol I've got in here. It does have a reserve though, so got enough. Well, I've had the easy grips on, they seem to be working fine. I've got them on 40%, just enough to keep my hands from feeling cold. Pretty good. I'm tempted to put a set of these on Bobby, really. I'm just not sure I've got the time to faff about with it to get them installed before I go. But we'll have a look at what Mitchell's has got in the shop. So that was Bewley. I think I forgot to say where we were going through there. That was Bewley. That sun's going down quickly now, 20 past 3, so I will be going home in the dark. It's the Bewley Firth. Don't know how much of it you can see. We have arrived, so I'll speak to you in a while, folks. Bye for now. Right, on the way home. So after a bit of faffing about, I decided that, well, there wasn't a pair of gloves that were big enough for me to feel comfortable with the heated inner gloves. Even the 3XLs felt tight, and I really don't like having the feeling of tight gloves on my hands. So that idea was out, but Kevin had a pair of handlebar muffs in, Oxford handlebar muffs, so I got my hands on those, and I've ordered a set of Oxford heated grips, basically the same as the ones on here. I do like the sound of that V twin engine. It's very muted, but it has got a nice burble to it. I think I would like a set of handlebar risers on Daffy at some point. I just feel I'm leaning forward a little bit more than I would like to be. Watch out for the lumps of rubbish in the middle of the road. Very safety conscious. Oh, that's it. I'm going on to reserve. Now, what are you supposed to do in that situation where the signs at the side of the road say 20 and the sign in the painted on the road itself says 30? So is there a precedence rule for that? Or can you do 30 when there's a 30-mile-an-hour sign in the middle of the road and then slow down to 20 when there's a 20-mile-an-hour sign at the side of the road? This is Trath Pepper. I've got the pavilion just coming up on the right here. There it is. Used to go to gigs there and back in the 70s. Well, I'm going to have to leave the visor open now because I really can't see very much. Well, these are the worst lights I've ridden with on a bike in a long time. I don't suppose Bobby's are much better. Once you get used to LED lights on a bike, these ordinary filament bulbs are useless. When you put the main beam on, you can't see the road just in front of you. Right, I'm gonna have to get some fuel here, because I have no idea how far I can go on reserve. I've done 10 miles. I'd probably get to the Skirk, but I'll just go in here. This is Dingwall, by the way, in case you wonder where the heck we are. And we're going to take the top road to Everton now. I don't know how much you can see, but that's the Cromarty Firth down there. You can just about make out the Cromarty Bridge. Well, I can. I'm not sure the camera will be picking it out. Oh, he's pulling over as you let me past. Very kind of him. Didn't really want him to be honest. Oh, I can't see a bloody thing now. Well, it's not really the time of day I wanted to be riding home. but I'll just treat it as training for the trip south. It's a long ride home when you can't see where you're going. Now we have to watch out for deer. Right folks, I think I'm going to sign off now. So thanks for subscribing if you have done. Thanks for your comments and your likes. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you on the next one. Okay, bye for now.